going on, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope all you guys are doing well tonight. Now, I know you're probably thinking, today is Sunday. Why am I doing this predictions review on a Sunday? And the reason is that two things. Number one, there's midweek games that start this Thursday. And number two, Chelsea's game against Southampton at St Mary's is on Tuesday at 7:45. So that's why I'm gonna have to do and reacting to my predictions, going over reviewing them, and then on Monday I'm gonna do the Premier predictions on Game Week 5 since the midweek game starts early because of the FIFA World Cup that's happening in about getting close to like 3 months now since it starts on the 20th of November. So that's why midweek games have to come early and thick and fast so that the Premier season can end like it did last season, if you know what I mean. So that's why today I'm going to do the predictions, going over my predictions, and then on Monday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be predicting the game week 5 and then also the match preview for the Chelsea versus Southampton game away from home. So that's my plan for this week. So yeah, make sure you guys smash the like if you enjoyed this series and this video as well. And don't forget, if you are new, it's the subscribe button below. Hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you share this video to everybody so that they can react to their predictions and how many points they've got it right. If you got higher than me, then well done. If you got lower than me, don't worry. You will improve on the next one, which I know you will do. So yeah. So make sure you do all of these things. So without further ado, let's go over this weekend's game week 4 predictions. So first of all, the first game of the weekend was Southampton against Manchester United. Now I went for a Manchester United win of 2-1, but it's actually 1-0. And I have to tell you, yeah, Southampton played really good football. Yeah. They dominated Manchester United from start to finish. They had so many chances here that they couldn't put in the back of the net. Yeah, most of them were off target. Some of them were on target. They hit straight at the goalkeeper to defend. The Manchester United defense had defend really well. And Martinez, over the last 2 games here, looked really, really good. Like before then, he was terrible, but after he looked really good. The question is, can he keep this up? Because everyone doubted him, but now he's looking like Manchester United's best defense so far. So yeah, so Martinez was the man of the match, and yeah, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, scored the goal, and yeah, that makes it. And Man United are still unbeaten against Southampton, both home and away. So yeah, it doesn't look good for Southampton when they face Manchester United at all. So yeah, so Bruno Fernandes scored. That is six. So that is another 3 points for them, and it's still above Liverpool, which I'll get to in just a minute. So yeah, the big question is, can Man United keep this up? Because if you know what happened to Arsenal last year, they've lost 3 games in a row, but then they start to pick up points. So the big question is, if Man United want to be finishing in like 5th or 6th, they have to win. They have to win. They have to keep on getting the 3 points, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so well done to Manchester United for Southampton. I think yeah, they still won. For me, they still won their game, but of course, and that was against Leicester. But they knew that this would be a tough guess, but they'll be really disappointed not to beat Manchester United because they completely dominated and played really good football and had so many chances. So yeah, bad luck for Southampton, but well done to Manchester United. 1-0 to them, so I've got 1 point. Right, the next game, Brentford against Everton. Now I went for a Brentford win of 2-0, but it actually ended in a draw. So another 1-1 draw again for Everton, but they're still in deep trouble. Still in deep trouble because they still haven't won a game this season. Whereas for Brentford, I think that's their second draw of the season because they beat United. I forgot they've lost. Yeah, this is the second draw. So yeah, Brentford have also won their 1 game. So yeah, Anthony Gordon scored for Everton. I was like, you know what? Yeah, if I was Chelsea, if I was Lampard, yeah, I think I would keep him because if they've lose Anthony Gordon, yeah, I don't think Everton will be much better. So for me, it's if we can sign him, but that's good. But I don't think he's worth £60 million. I don't think he is. So yeah, but we have to wait and see. Of course, the transfer window ends this Thursday, so we're gonna have to wait and see from now until this Thursday to see what happens. But yeah, and then after that, Brentford. got a late equalizer from that Brentford play, which I've forgotten. So yeah, another disappointing result for Frank Lampard. That is two losses and two draws. So that makes it 2 points out of 12, which is not good. And I still think, and looking at the table, Everton are in 18th place, which they're part of the relegation zone since they got 2 points. So yeah, Everton are in serious trouble. They really need to improve here, otherwise they could be relegated. And no one ever thought about that, not even me. So I hope Lampard and the Everton players can really make their fans happy, because they don't want the team to go down. They want to be staying up and maybe at least trying for the European places. Because remember, Everton are not a small club here; they're a big club. So for me, if they go down, then I don't know what's going on. So yeah, so bad luck. So yeah, I would have thought that Everton, if they can hold that win, that'll be great for them. But they managed to bowl it. So bad luck for Everton. But for Brentford, just lost one game and that's it. So I believe they will stay. I believe they'll also do well this season. So yeah, so I got 0 points because I went for a 2-0 Brentford win. Right, moving on into Brighton against Leeds. Now, I went for a draw 1-1, and that could have happened because Leeds had few chances, to take the lead before Brighton scored. But yeah, I believe that's Leeds' first loss of the season. Yeah, first loss, because they've won against Wolves. They drew against who was it? Southampton. They beat Chelsea. Yeah, that's their first loss of the season. Whereas for Brighton, they're unbeaten. Still that is 3 points. Sorry, 3 wins and one draw for them. Like, could Brighton, yeah, and be like Newcastle and be part of and finish in the top six? Like, those two teams are surprising me. Like Graham Potter and Eddie Howe are doing wonders for their team, and the fans are enjoying this. So yeah, wait, hold on. Let me see. Where else? So yeah, obviously Brighton are above Newcastle, but Newcastle are still unbeaten, I believe. Yeah. So, but for me, yeah, I think here, Brighton and also could really surprise me, because they're really playing really good football. So yeah, obviously I went for a draw, so I got 0 points. But yeah, Brighton's still unbeaten. They're on the same points as City and Liverpool, and I think right now they're in fourth place because Tottenham are above them because of the goal difference, where Man City are above Tottenham because of the goal difference as well. So yeah, for Brighton, yeah, you know, could they really surprise me? Like Brighton have never ever in the history um and be part of the European Cup, like the Champions League or the Europa League or something like that. But they finally do that, because that would be the best thing that they did so far ever in their history. So yeah, Graham Potter's doing wonders for Brighton. So if they can keep this up, they can really surprise me. So yeah, Brighton still unbeaten. Leeds United first loss. So that's basically what it is. So yeah, so well done to Brighton. Now, this one, the reason why I'm happy and smiling is because I got the first 3 points of the season. That's right. Chelsea versus Leicester City. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about this too much because I did talk about this in my match review. So yeah, the only thing I'll talk about is the first half. It was sloppy. We were tired, and then Gallagher stupidly got sent off because the two yellow cards. So he will miss one game. Mason Mount looked poor. Kai House looked poor. And yeah, that's basically it. And then when Mount came off, and I mean, and when Thomas Tuchel made the substitutions, it completely worked. And I think, yeah, that we play better football when Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher isn't on the team. He put Ruben Loftus-Cheek in as the pivot alongside Jorginho, and it worked. He put Aspilicueta as the right centre back and James White wing back, and it worked. So yeah, we started with a 4-4-2, a back four, but you can see that it didn't work in the first half. But then we switched it to a back three, and now it's worked. So it looks like we're still going to use a 3-4-3 formation, or maybe Thomas Tuchel, maybe one day could switch it to a 4-3-3. We'll wait and see. But I still think the 3-4-3 does work. And even though we're down to 10 men, I was like, oh boy, it's going to be one of those days. But no, we showed heart, fight, decided passion. We didn't give up, and we got the 3 points. Sterling scored the brace. Of course, Mendy. made Harvey Barnes score that goal, so I think he should be dropped and Kevin should be starting the next game. So yeah, but 3 points, we bounce back. It is what it is. So first 3 points for me because I predicted Chelsea would have 2-1 against Leicester. So yeah, well done to the Blues on that one. Now this one, boy oh boy, this one surprised me. Liverpool against Bournemouth. Now I went for Liverpool no 3-0 because when they face teams like this, they normally don't destroy and battered like them, like 4-0, 5-0, something like that. But boy, Liverpool are back. What a way to bounce back after that defeat against Manchester United last Monday. What a way. Like, Liverpool are broke records, yeah? The only thing that they didn't break is that they didn't score like more than 9 goals. Because when Man United faced Southampton, they beat 9-0. When Man United faced Ipswich, they beat 9-0. When Leicester faced Southampton, they beat 9-0. So it's only an equal record, not like the biggest record ever. So when I watched the highlights, I saw the fans saying, "We won 10, we won 10." I do get that because I want to break the record, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, like Firmino, 4 goal contributions, hat trick in the first half for the first time ever. So he was brilliant. Like every single Liverpool fan, yeah, was absolutely brilliant. And I was really impressed as a Chelsea fan. So the big question is, could they manage to keep this up? Because if they want to win trophies and maybe at least challenge for the title, they need to keep this up. They cannot afford to drop points anymore. So they need to keep this up. But well done to Liverpool. Whereas for Bournemouth, wow. I mean, Bournemouth, by the way, Bournemouth are in 17th place because they've only got because they've won against Aston Villa on the opening day. So they will be like, phew, that was close. But they've lost 3 games so far against Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, which are tough teams. So yeah, I knew they'll be difficult for Bournemouth. So yeah, but Bournemouth, they cannot let this happen again. They simply cannot. So yeah, whereas for Liverpool, everyone was really good except for Mo Salah because he had so many chances, but he couldn't manage to score. So he was the only player, yeah, that was really disappointed for the manager and for the fans as well. But I still think, yeah, that he will do well this season, no doubt about it. So yeah, 9-0 to Liverpool. The record is equaling. So yeah, so what a way to bounce back for Liverpool. 9-0. So I only got 1 point because I thought that Liverpool would score 3 goals, but actually scored 9, and I would never predicted that. Never. So yeah, well done to Liverpool on that one. Right, Manchester City against Crystal Palace. Now, I went for a draw this one 1-1, but it actually ended 4-2. Now, when Crystal Palace were 2-0 up, I was like, oh my days, like I should have predicted a Crystal Palace win, because they love to play Manchester City both home and away. Like Man City were 2-0 down at half time, and I thought to myself, boy, can Man City be the team here that starts really well but then keeps dropping points? Like I was worried for them, but no. Up comes Erling Haaland to score his first hat trick for Manchester City. But before that, Bernardo Silva scored to make it Manchester City 1, Crystal Palace 2, and then Erling Haaland scored hat trick, and that makes Haaland scored 6 goals in 4 games. And I told you guys that Erling Haaland will get a golden boot. I think he will score more than 20 goals in the Premier League season because he's becoming one of the best young strikers ever. He did it against Dortmund, he did it against Salzburg, and now he does it against Manchester City. So for me, he wins the goal debut 100%. Yeah, he's better than Harry Kane. Simple as that. So I know Man City fans will be happy to sign Erling Haaland. And for me, yeah, the only thing why I'm disappointed, yeah, is because we could have signed Erling Haaland last season, but we decided to sign Romelu Lukaku. That tells you we made a big mistake. Now he's gone to Manchester City. He's doing great things. So yeah, I'm really disappointed. So yeah, this is the lesson to Chelsea. Yeah, if you're happy to sign this player, make sure you do it. Don't allow him to stay at the club and then you're not interested. No, because many other teams will go for him, and Manchester City did that. So that's a lesson to Chelsea. If you want a player, sign him and make it quick. Simple as that. So yeah, well done to Haaland. 6 goals in 4 games, not bad stat. So yeah, well done. So Crystal Palace will be disappointed because they will tune it up and bottle it, but I I think Patrick Vieira is becoming one of the best Crystal Palace managers. Now, I'm not going to say ever, but he's becoming one of that best ever Crystal Palace manager. So yeah, well done to Vieira on that one, but I know he'll be disappointed. And plus, Man City got revenge, so well done to them. So 4-2, so I got 0 points. Now this one, the London Derby, Arsenal versus Fulham. Now went for a 2-1 Arsenal win, and guess what? It's the exact same result. So I got 3 points. So yeah, in first half, Arsenal were completely dominated Fulham, but Fulham did well defensively. Leno was making big saves, so it was 0-0 half time. And then 5 minutes into the second half, Gabio the defender, made a huge mistake. He done what Mendy did against Leeds United, where he took too long to clear the ball or maybe to pass the ball, and then the striker put it in the back of the net. So Gabriel when he's conceded that goal, many asked.
Yo, fam, listen, stop that right now. I don't care if you're online. Just stop it now, man. Stop it, man.
Of course.
Is it both?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I don't want to hear noise. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Because when you're talking, I can hear it. Believe it or not, I want to sleep. Do you get me?
Yeah. So yeah, so that's 3 goals in like 4 games for Martin Odegaard, so he's looking good so far for Arsenal. And then Gabriel the defender, who conceded the first goal for Arsenal, makes up for it and scores a late winner. So yeah, Arsenal still unbeaten, 4 wins out of 4, 12 points, top of the table. Like, could we? I think as a Chelsea fan, we need to take Arsenal seriously because nobody, not even me, yeah, predicted Arsenal to be this good, this great. But then they signed some really good players. Edu, Mikel Arteta on the board deserves some credit, and they're really playing better football. So that's why I'm a bit scared of Arsenal right now. But I don't think they'll win the league. I don't think so. I believe they'll be in the top 4, definitely, but I don't think they'll win the league. It's going to be Man City. Yes, okay. Simple as that. But yeah, Fulham, they bottled it. They were 1-0 up, but they allowed Arsenal to score 2 goals. So, yeah, Fulham still don't have a great record against Arsenal. So, yeah, but 2-1 to Arsenal, got the 3 points on that one. So, yeah, well done to them. Moving on into today's games, Aston Villa versus West Ham United. Now, all of these Sundays games have got 0 points, and I'll give you guys in a minute. So, yeah, Aston Villa against West Ham. Now went for a Villa win of 2-1, but it's actually 1-0. I was just watching the highlights before I recorded this right now. And yeah, both teams had chances, but in the first half it ended 0-0. Again in the second half, both teams had their chances, but Pablo Pablo Fernandez or Fakana has scored in the 73rd minute. And let me tell you something, yeah. Man, West Ham United had three first. First of all, that's their first goal of this season in the Premier League because of the last 3 games they haven't scored. Secondly, that's the first 3 points of the season, and also the first time that they kept a clean sheet because they can see goals left, right, and centre, but they managed to keep a clean sheet. So yeah, well done to West Ham. They're out of the bottom 3, and if they want to stay in the Premier League, they need to make sure that they keep on performing big games and get the 3 points maximum. They can't afford to drop the next game and then they'll be back in the bottom 3. They cannot do that. So for me, well done to West Ham. Just try and make sure you keep on doing that, and then you'll be fine. But if you keep on losing and dropping points, then we're in serious trouble. So yeah, 1-0 Aston Villa, another loss to them. So yeah, well, so yeah, well done to West Ham on that one. Right, Newcastle against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, for me, yeah, I would have got 1 point if Newcastle would have scored in the 97th minute. When he hit the post, I was like, oh my days, oh that could have been 1 point for me. Oh no. So yeah, because obviously I went for a 2-0 Newcastle win, but actually ended in a draw. And yeah, I mean, both teams didn't really test the goalkeeper that much. Of course, they had chances, but most of them were off target. But then up steps Ruben Neves, a guy who loves long range shots. In the 38th minute, he does it again. And I saw the stat: 16 of his 25 goals has been outside of the box, whereas for 9 of them they've been inside. Like, this guy is phenomenal. Like, I saw in the comments like saying, why is it? Can someone tell him that it's not okay to score outside of the box? Like, it's weird. But listen, he can keep on doing that because he's a special player for Wolves, special player. So yeah, when he scored, everyone was cheering for him. But then, as per usual, they allowed Newcastle to get a point. Yeah, because all thanks to Adesanya Maximan winning Foley in the 89th minute, Wolves couldn't manage to hold on. They couldn't manage. Of course, when the 8 minutes was on the clock, both teams were like, "Yes, that's plenty of time for my team to win," you know. But Newcastle during the 90 minutes had better chances than Wolves, 100%, and that's why they could have won this game. And I could have gone 1 point, but unfortunately, I got 0 points because it ended in a draw, so 1-1. So yeah, 2-0 to, so I predicted 2-0. Good. It was actually ending in a draw, so I got 0 points on that one. Then last and not least, Nottingham Forest against Tottenham Hotspur. Now I went for a Nottingham Forest win of 2-1, but Tottenham Hotspur won 2-0 against Forest. So yeah, I got 0 points. I think when I was watching the game, yeah, and Nottingham Forest completely dominated Tottenham from minute one all the way up to the last game. They completely dominated Tottenham, you know. But the only problem is that Nottingham Forest couldn't handle Tottenham's front three, the likes of Son, Harry Kane, and Kulusevski. They couldn't manage to do that because Kulusevski got the assist for Harry Kane's first goal, and then Richarlison got the assist for Harry Kane's second goal. So that's why they couldn't manage to hold on. If they did well defensively, I believe they would have won. But instead, they couldn't manage to. They were just they just couldn't manage to defend really well like they did against West Ham at the City Ground. So yeah, that's not for his first defeat at home this season, but I still think they'll do well this season, no doubt about it. Whereas for Harry Kane, he scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals, and the penalty he missed by Dean Henderson. Now, if you're a Manchester United fan, I'll have to ask you: do you feel bad for allowing Dean Henderson to go to Nottingham Forest because he saved 2 penalties at the City Ground, one against West Ham and one against Tottenham? They'll be really disappointed because David De Gea, I think the last time he saved a penalty was last season where when Manchester United beat West Ham 2-1. That was the last time. But ever since then, he cannot save penalties whatsoever. So for me, I know that Man United fans will be thinking to themselves, boy, why did we sell him? Why did we sell him to Nottingham Forest? Because he's done really well, you know. So yeah, but Harry Kane is in third place right now as the all-time Premier League goal scorers because he's above Sergio Aguero, and I think he's on 187 goals for Tottenham in the Premier League. Yeah, so for me, he's a top three greatest striker, but he's not a legend. He's not a legend for Tottenham because he hasn't won trophies ever since they signed him. Yeah, of course, there was a couple of times where they were close to winning it, like the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, the what is it, the Premier League, but they seem to fail. So in order for Harry Kane to be a legend, he needs to win trophies, and I don't think he will do well. And I don't think he will happen to Tottenham unless they can do one in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, or maybe the Premier League. That's the only way he can be a legend. But now he ain't. He ain't. So if he wants to win trophies, he can go to either Chelsea, City, or Liverpool. That's it. That is it. So yeah. But anyway, Harry Kane, third place. Could he beat Wayne Rooney's record? It could, maybe. He just needs to score more goals in the Premier League in order to do that. Alan Shearer, I don't think so. I don't think so. If he can stay for Tottenham for a long time, then maybe. But if he don't, Alan Shearer will still be the greatest Premier League player ever since the Premier League has started. So yeah, so Harry Kane, well done to him. But for me, you have to win trophies so that you can prove to be a legend as striker for Tottenham. So yeah, 0 points on that one because I went for Nottingham Forest 1 of 2-1. And after that, I've got 8 points. 8.5 thanks to those 3 points at the end. So yeah, really, really happy on that one. So got my first three, and I got first 3 points of the season. I got it twice, so that's really really good to see. So yeah, that is my all of my Premier predictions for game week 4. Um, Tomorrow there's going to be predictions on game week 5, so make sure you don't miss any of that. And yeah, what is it? And then tomorrow, match preview for the Chelsea game. So make sure you don't miss any of that. So if you guys are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Smash a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you share this video to everybody so that they can react to their prediction as well. And hit the bonus notification so that I never miss any of my YouTube videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, up the blues.